Hey, thanks for coming back and watching. On my previous video, we went over the Everlast 212. In my opinion, it's still one of the best portable welding machines out there with all its functions and features. The previous video, I just kind of went over the machine and everything that it had to offer. The videos moving forward are going to be using the welding processes and kind of how to set the machine up. Please do not mistake this as a video on how to weld, okay? This is to help get you started with this machine and also why I enjoy it so much. The first one we're going to start with is AC TIG in the power set mode. The next video after that will be AC TIG in the manual mode, so on and so forth with the spool gun and also stick welding. Now, one thing I'd like to point out before I get started is kind of my setup. So I do recommend Edge Welding Supply or Edge Welding Cups. They make fantastic right here in the USA, all handmade Pyrex and quartz TIG welding cups. Now, what we're going to be using for this aluminum TIG welding is quartz. This is not a number 6, but I'm going to be using a number 6 that I have there. Amazing products. Check them out. I'll leave a link in my bio. There's discounts there if you decide to click on it and order you some. I just highly recommend and highly suggest them. Now, my main goal here, and the reason I'm doing the power set video first, is I've seen a lot of comments and got a lot of questions from people who are not too familiar with TIG welding and not sure where to start. I see it in a lot of forums asking questions. Well, where do I go? What do I do? What settings should I run? This is what the power set's going to do for you, and that's the main goal of this video. So let's get on over here and get this machine set up and ready to go. Okay, to start off, what we're doing is we are at the AC TIG selection, and as if you scroll over, you can see it switches welding processes. But again, we're working on AC TIG. So I'm going to push in on the knob. This is automatically going to put me in manual mode. This is not where we want to be right now. That'll be the next video. What we're going to be in is the power set. Now with this, there are some important things that you do need to put in the machine to move forward and get you started. So at the top of the display, it's going to show that you're in 240 volt TIG welding, AC, and power set. Right here, it's going to show that your torch polarity should be negative and your gas should be 100% argon, which is really cool. So again, if you're not familiar, it's letting you know. We're going to go down here to tungsten. Okay, it starts off as 1/16, 3/32, and 1/8 inches. How does it go? I'm using 3/32. Then I'm going to scroll over here to my material. My material I'm using is an 1/8 inch aluminum. Well, it's roughly 1/8 inch. So we're going to put it on 1/8 inch. I'm going to come down here. This is going to be your pedal remote. Sorry, I'm going too fast. 2T plus A, 4T plus A, and also 2T and 4T. If you're not familiar with what all those are, I recommend jumping on YouTube because there are some awesome videos explaining these to the T on how to operate and use those functions. But right now, what I'm going to be doing is the pedal remote. Then I'm going to scroll over here to pulse and I'm going to turn it off. I'm turning that off because we'll do another segment of this using the pulse. Now let's scroll over. I went high voltage start, and then I'm going to scroll over here to my pre-flow and post-flow. You can turn it off or have it on auto. Put it on auto. That is where you're going to need it. Now what's going to happen after you do that is it's going to go back up here to the screen any second now. Okay. It's going to start you off at 130 amps. Okay. Again, that's using 3/32 tungsten at an 1/8 inch material. You do have parameters to adjust down to 120 or even all the way up to 140. We're just going to go dead center with it and see what that looks like welding. Now, the only thing it doesn't ask you here is what type of filler material you are using. So that's something you may have to do a little research on. There are plenty of charts on there depending on the type of material. It will recommend sizes and types of filler metals to use. But what I'm going to be using is the Victory 4943. Some pretty good stuff. Highly recommend them as well. But let's go over here and drop some welds and see what it looks like. Okay, now that we ran a few passes with the power set mode and AC TIG, we're going to jump on over to the pulse setting. I'm going to run it at 0.5 just so you can get that clear picture of that pulse while it's TIG welding. So let's go ahead and get the machine set for that. A very simple process. What you're going to do is select down on this arrow till you get to pedal remote. Then you're going to scroll over here to pulse, and then you're just going to rotate the knob till you hit 0.5 or whatever setting you would like to have it on. It will go all the way up to 150. But again, I just want you to see that pulsing action as this is welding. So let's go ahead and get started. We go with the power set mode on aluminum TIG welding. Now, granted, if I was a better aluminum TIG welder, I'm sure these would have looked a lot cleaner. But again, having presets in a machine like this is where it's going to help you get started at. It is pretty slick. Over here is where I turned the pulse on. Again, came out really nice. I love showing what this machine can do, and this is just one area. And again, watch out for other videos because we are going to go through some of the other settings of this machine and the different processes. Hey, thanks for taking the time to watch this video on the Everlast Lightning 212. That was the AC TIG power set mode. Videos following this one are going to be using the other welding processes this machine has to offer in their power set mode, and then we're going to go into the manual modes of it. I'm breaking these videos up like this because I want to make sure that they're easier to search if a person needs to. Also, I would like to show these edge welding cups right here. Again, these things are beautiful and amazing. I highly recommend them. If you haven't used them, haven't tried them, reach out to them. I'm telling you, you have to get your hands on these things. You won't be disappointed. Now, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out. You can also find me on Instagram as @weldsnob, and I will get back to you directly. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.